going on, Chris?
Well, we are back on the road after a night in the Rocky Mountains, and beautiful night. Got a little rain when we first got set up, but after that, it was a gorgeous, nice and cool night. Now we're heading into Leadville, probably to refresh, get some fuel, get some ice, and hit it again. So that's about it. Hey, this is a cool place to air down, huh?
Absolutely.
So we're getting ready to hit a trail called Half Moon Gulch, Half Moon Creek, and it's sort of a tuning fork shaped trail. There's one side that goes left, one side that goes right, and they both dead end. One of them dead ends at a mine, and the other dead ends at an old mill. So should be really exciting, cool place to visit. That's not ideal.
All right, Chris, where are we?
We are on the difficult side of Half Moon Gulch, and it's, I don't know, we're climbing apparently to some sort of a peak on this little ridge mountain road. Had an awesome water crossing, which got some great video of, and an amazing view off the side. It's crazy. You can see that mountain peak is probably 50 to 100 miles away. It's just beautiful up here. Trail's a little narrow, a little rocky, but it's all good.
And what are we going to see at the top?
So when we get to the end, we're told that there is an old abandoned mine out there. So I don't know how far. I think it's a ways, but should be interesting to see.
Outstanding.
Ooh, another water crossing. Ooh, this one is brutal.
I'm going to get out.
like sitting in a stream. Bad.
All right, Chris, this is live and unscripted. I have to say, this is incredible and way more difficult than I thought this was going to be.
It's pretty impressive. This trail is no joke when they say difficult.
Like, look at the narrowness between those rocks up there. You don't have room for error.
No, you're pretty much got to commit. And I don't have lockers, and we've been doing really good.
Look how near that rock is. Reach out the window and touch it.
I can touch it. Yo!
All right, Chris, for the uninitiated, explain what lockers do.
So lockers are an add-on to your axle that basically allows it to lock the axles together. So for street driving, you don't want your axles, your left tire and your right tire, for example, on one axle to turn at the same rate, because whenever you turn the vehicle into an arc, one tire is going to spin faster than the other, and you want to allow that to happen. So our differentials in the axle allow that to happen. But off-road, if you have one tire that's able to spin at a different rate than the other, the downside of that is when one tire has traction and the other one doesn't, the one that doesn't have traction starts to spin, and the one that does have traction doesn't. So what a locker does is allow you to lock those together so that you're getting equal power on both tires, and that allows you to have a tire moving on the side that you've actually got the traction. So without lockers, you have to be, probably a little more cognizant of your line, and sometimes maybe a little more power is needed to kind of get through a spot, but it can be done as proven. Uh-oh, we have a tree down.
We have a major tree down.
This is gonna change things.
Attached to the ground too.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. We can go over that.
Chris, will you get your knife out?
Yeah, with no chainsaw, that's tough.
Big tree.
I don't know what that is, but it's awesome. As we try and figure out if there's a way around this guy. Ouch. A little hard to video. That's just amazing. Figure out where my driver is. If you see getting off, okay. If you want to spot me down, it doesn't matter. one way or the other, I'll do it. That's the fun part.
All right, Chris, that last water crossing was pretty epic from my point of view. Seemed pretty challenging. What was your take on it?
So it was pretty challenging. Probably one of the more challenging sections I've done so far. And it was a really steep, big boulder downhill directly into a fairly not super deep water crossing, but a very fast-moving water crossing. The water crossing was fairly trivial, but the downhill, it's when we went uphill on already. The downhill was a little bit more complicated by the fact that there's a little bit of sliding action involved. Gravity's kind of working against me in some places. So I wanted to be a little bit further driver on one section, but I kind of, as I was going down, I'd slip on the rocks and end up. So I ended up in a situation that was very interesting. We got through it okay.
But at one point, Chris, it looked like, I mean, I didn't think you were in imminent danger of tipping, but you didn't have much room.
I was being very careful about the tip over factor, because I think that's where a lot of people they're not paying attention to the fact that when that front tire drops enough, then you really have that risk.